Okay, so welcome guys. I will be recording this too, so anybody that you have below you, just tag them in. I'll post it tonight. It's going to be like a YouTube video like all the rest of them. But I wanted to introduce Cassie and Renee. They are our two directors on our team here. And Cassie hit director a few months back, and then Renee hit director here in September. And they both have completely different stories of how they hit director. So I'm just really excited to share because there's not just one way to hit it. Everyone has a different story and different like things that motivate them. So I thought that they'd be great to talk about it. So Renee, you can go first if you want. And I'm excited to listen.
All right, I can do that. Okay, can everybody hear me first?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sound good. Okay, well, hi everyone. I'm Renee. I'm a mother of two.
I think you went on mute, Renee.
Oh,
there you are.
I was on mute that whole time.
I heard you and then it went quiet.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, I don't know how that happened, but, well, should I just start over or? Are you guys, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. You're good.
All right. Okay. So when I started with Zaya, I didn't have any idea if I would be successful. I just knew that I needed some new clothing, and I loved all of the Zaya that I had tried. I started as a rep in February, and I didn't really have a ton of desire to find new reps. I was pretty happy with my personal sales and the commission I was getting on those, and I honestly didn't want to feel like I was pressuring anyone. I don't know if you guys have felt that too, but with other companies I've felt that in the past. But I did ask all of my hostesses that seemed like they would be good at it, just because if I could make a decent extra income and enjoy it and find the community that they might be interested in doing that too. Most of the time people said no, as you guys have probably experienced too. And I'm gonna get back to you in a few minutes on how that helped me hit director. Finally, one day, Chelsea jumped on board on my team, and then shortly after that, a rep joined under her as well. So I had the goal of hitting director in my head about 3 months ago. Just, guys, sorry guys, 1 second. Can you guys please just give me a second, please? Okay. Okay, so I had the goal of hitting director in my head about 3 months before I was finally able to hit it. In September, I knew I was going to be really, really busy. We had just closed on a house, and our window to finish the projects was September 12th through the 30th. And we had quite a bit to do on this new house. It was just remodeled and flipped, so there was a lot of little finishing touches that needed to be done before we could move in, like all the hardware in the bathrooms and stuff, and it just needed a lot of cleaning, and I was going to be really busy. So I only scheduled a couple of parties that month, and I usually try and schedule 3 to 5 just to make sure that I can, if one doesn't work out, then I still have a little bit of leeway in there. And so I didn't know if I was going to be able to make it or not. So back to how talking to people about the rep opportunity helped me hit director. So when Zaya announced the new rep deal, all the people that I had been talking with just kind of jumped on board because the deal was just so good. But the key there was that I had been talking to them for a while, and they were already showing that they were interested. And those conversations started in the months before September. So that rep deal was a little bit of luck for me and really helped me to hit my goal that month. So 5 new reps joined my team in September, and this was huge. I'm still so excited. I helped 2 of them with their launch parties, even though I was really busy moving, and 2 others wanted to wait until October to finally get started. Working with them and encouraging them has been a complete joy, and I'm really happy watching them start their businesses and succeed. But I was still falling short on my group sales. So in my VIP group, it had also been a bit slow for that month. So I had 2 weeks left in the month, and I was getting nervous that I wasn't going to have a chance to hit my goal. And so I was really busy moving, as I mentioned before, but I decided to commit to making a big push in my VIP group. And so I started doing a game about 2 weeks before the end of the month. And everybody that participated got a gift card with some sort of expiration, with an expiration date of the 30th. And then just like $5 gift cards, a 10 here and there. And then usually with, $10 with 2 items in their purchase or something like that. And then just before the next new releases, after a lot of people in my VIP had these gift cards, I announced that I was doing a mystery hostess link where I was giving away all of the rewards. I called it my Big Goals Shopping Giveaway. During that announcement, I told them that my goal was to hit director and that I was just really close, and I just, was really excited to hit that goal. So my VIP group really pulled through for me at that point, and I was able to give away 2 sets of party rewards that both were over $1,000. I think they probably got me about 2,500 in sales in that last week of the month, and not a lot of sales happened before that. So, but I was just really blown away. So the 2 biggest reasons I hit director were my team and the new reps that hopped on, and my VIP group really pulled through for me in a big way. So I would encourage you all to make sure to ask people who might be interested in the rep opportunity, and to be consistent and positive in your VIP. Those are your biggest supporters. And when you have a team, check in on them, help them with anything that they need, encourage them to keep posting, keep doing videos or lives, even when things seem slow. My rep team now has a chat group on Facebook, and I think that I've found it to be really helpful, and I think that the rest of the group has as well. Because if one person's having a question, chances are a lot of them are. And just make sure to reach out to your upline if you're out of ideas for your VIP group, for engagement. Caitlin has been so amazing in helping me grow, and I just want to make sure that I'm doing the same for my team as well.
Awesome. Thanks, Renee. Renee was, I think, the second rep that I ever had. So it was really, we met in Lake Crystal at like a convention for her gym that it was your rec center. They were doing like a, what was it called?
A craft and gift fair.
Craft and gift fair. And I went there and I did Zaya, and we met through that. So it was, she never owned any Zaya before she signed up. So, or before she had a party. And yeah, so she has been staying strong since, is it February? I think
I signed up in January, but I didn't start selling anything until February.
That's right. I remember that. Yeah. So it's been a really, she's been very inspiring. She has a really good mission. And like I said, everybody's director path is so different. And that's why I really was excited for both of Cassie and Renee to share, because Renee's journey is not the same as Cassie's, and it's not going to be the same as everybody else. And that's why it's so great. So I wanted to inspire you guys tonight, just like everyone's path is so different. And I'm going to have Cassie share, and then I will talk a little bit after, and then we'll do some questions.
Gosh, I'm feeling really unprepared after that, Renee. Just have like 4 things written down. So let's see. I think I started in March, and then I actually started selling in April. I think is how that worked. And then I hit director in 3 months. I don't even know what exactly the month was that I had hit director.
I think it was like two months.
Was it? I know
Yeah.
it happened pretty fast because
It was like you had a full month, and then the next month was your month.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. So I'm just going to kind of talk about the few things that I felt like made me successful, and I think the reason why I hit director so fast. So I actually started with doing a party with Caitlin. So she was my rep in just a party that I did. I'd waited forever to do the party, which I don't know why. I think it's just because I was in school and I didn't have time. So we did the party. It was great. I think we hit over $1,000 in sales, and it was like before we even got a week into it. So I was just kind of blown away. So after that, I signed up right away, and I dove headfirst like right away. I didn't waste any time. I'm like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it all out. So I didn't even wait for my starter kit because at that point they were taking forever to ship out because COVID. So I just started reaching out to people, and I think I reached out to, I was doing like 5 people a day to try and get hosts to have parties. And whether that was this month or the next coming month or the month after that, I just booked as many parties as I could because I knew that that was what was going to make me successful. So I did that. And then instead of having a launch party, since I just did a launch party, which I feel like this helped too because I didn't want to like bombard all my close friends, is I did a mystery host party right away. Which I feel like really helped, and it really got people engaged. So that was the other thing that I did. And then the other thing I do quite often is I go live. I mean, and they don't have to be, my videos are usually long because I ramble a lot, and they're usually embarrassing. Like I usually do something ridiculous, or my kid's falling off a chair or whatever else, but it's so real and people can relate to that. And you don't know how many times people have told me, I watched that video with your kid falling off a chair and it was so awesome. I'm like, so yes, that's the part that they caught, but they still like, I know that they're watching my lives. I mean, that's not the only one that they caught. I know that for sure. So as long as you're real and you know, everything else in your life, like you don't have to have everything laid out, like just go with the flow. I mean, as long as you're excited and you're showing off clothes that you think other people are going to love, that's what people are going to relate to. Okay, what else? So when I did my mystery host party, I had quite a few people spend like pretty good amounts of money. So I went back and I was basically like, so when I'm looking at my next month, this is something that's helped me before. If I have someone who spent over $100, I'm going to reach out to that person and ask them if they want to host, because I know that they either A, already love Zaya, or 2, are willing to, you know, invest that much and try it. So that was, I know a lot of people probably wouldn't agree with that, but I do get quite a bit of sales just from my VIP page. So that was kind of what helped me narrow down, because I can't reach out to every single person that orders. I try as much as I can, but I always fall short. So I made sure I reached out to those few people that ordered a lot, or if people, I'm always telling people that if they have questions at all, to reach out to me, like to not hesitate. And I say that in my lives, and I'm constantly reiterating that because I think that's super important. If I didn't have good customer service, I don't think that people would continue to buy from me. So that's huge too. And what else was I going to touch on? There was something else. Oh, just being excited. I think that's going to make you go so far in your business. Like when I'm out and about and I'm wearing clothes and I run into people, I'm like, you have to try these leggings, or people want to touch my leggings. I'm like, yeah, cop a feel. I mean, I love the clothes, and I know other people are going to love them too when they first try them. And I just think that if you can get one person to look at your leggings and be like, hey, you should try these, they probably are, if you're going to be as excited as you think they are going to be if they try them. So those are just the kind of things that really like hit home for me and kind of excelled my business. I do still do pretty well in person like just my VIP group sales. My parties do pretty well too. Making sure those are structured, I think, is really important, because like Sam had posted not that long ago, someone had reached out to her and commented and said, this is the most organized party I've ever been. I just got a comment like that too recently. And I'm like, see, like it really does matter if your parties are structured. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what else I have. What am I missing? Am I missing anything, Caitlin?
I would say one of the bigger things too is you got to director with just one person under you.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I was going to talk about that.
I wanted to say it doesn't matter how many people you have, you only need one. You just need one for the qualification because you need someone under you under that level 1. You don't need 20 people, Now, the more people, the better. Now, if you have one person that just wants the discount, they're not going to be your person probably. I mean, you never know, but you just need one. So I wanted to like really encourage people that only have one or only have two, that it's still possible that you could have a big goal, because it's about your leadership with you and your teammate and getting parties, having good customer service like these ladies are having, really doing good giveaways. Now, I'm not saying give away all of your money because that's not what you want to do. It doesn't make sense, but just do a good giveaway, something that's going to get people excited. And, the mystery hostess, I feel like I'm always getting really good sales when I do that. And I'm like, I don't know why I don't just do it every month, because literally people are so excited about it, and it's free for me to give that money away. It doesn't cost me anything, and they get a whole bunch of stuff and they don't have to really do anything but order. So that's a really good option to keep your sales up. But like I said, you only need one person to really hit your goals. You just have to work as a team together and be on the same page, talk with your teammate, like, hey, I have a big goal of director. What are your goals this month? Just being open with your teammates that are under you and letting them know your goals and what their goals are. And then just tracking your numbers. You want to, like, I know Renee and I, like every week she was sending me the tracker and she's like, I'm this close. I'm right here. And that's the excitement you want. You want to be like tracking, like, Cassie and I, literally the night of the end of the month, we were like, oh my gosh, like $100. Okay, $50. Are we going to be $3 short?
We were.
Yes. So
only because the website wouldn't update.
No, it was so bad. Just like Renee. Renee and I were up until like 3 a.m. trying to figure out if she had made it or not. So, I mean, that's just what it's all about is, you're tracking your numbers, you're paying attention. You don't need a million people on your team. You just need dedication and a team that's going to want to work with you. So, and then I just wanted to mention I hit director with just 2 people under me. So, it really is whatever you make of it. Renee had more, Cassie had less, but they both hit director because they were looking towards that goal. They were writing down their goal numbers. They were dedicated. They were using their team. So I think it's just, you can have a different story, but you can still get there if you want that goal, or even any really rank advancement. Because this month we have the double bonus, which anybody would want that. And then if you have someone under you that ranks, you get a bonus off of that too. So it like benefits everybody. So it's really, really simple to be able to rank advance. You just need one person, and just kind of have to work with them as a team. So I heard something this morning that I wanted to read because it actually got me thinking, and it said, I have all these sticky notes. And it just said, the antidote to overwhelm is action. So I don't know if any of you guys ever get overwhelmed, like with all the things you have to do with anything in life, whether that's laundry, dishes, Zaya, work. He said the antidote to that is action. So not like giving up or, just taking a nap or whatever, doing one thing of action. So it could be, okay, I'm going to reach out to 5 people and then I'm going to take a nap. Or I'm going to write a VIP post for tomorrow and then I'm going to go do the dishes. And just taking that action is going to take some of that overwhelm away. But if you just quit it's just going to make that overwhelm worse the next time you think about it. So he said, action is the key to anything. Whenever you're feeling overwhelmed, anxiety, whenever you feel like you have so much to do, take action, and you'll be very surprised where you get, like the next day, the next week, the next month, because you'll just continue to do action, and it'll become like a cycle where it's what's the word? A habit. You're just going to continue to take action all the time then, and you're not going to just think, overwhelmed, I'm going to shut down. Because sometimes that's what I do. I'll just get really, really overwhelmed. And then I'm like, okay, I'm just not going to do anything today because I'm just so overwhelmed. I have to reach out to 50 people because they all bought something, you know? No, if I just do 10, in a half an hour, I can do 10 more. But if I think about doing all 50 right now, I'm going to like flip out, you know? So I think that if any of you guys get overwhelmed like I do, just take action in some way, whether that's a small action, a big action, whatever it is, just do something to help you with that. And then, that's what I write here. Yeah, showing up is doing something. So I just wrote that too, but showing up for your business, basically taking action, is going to help you in the long run. And we may not always know what we're doing, but if you're doing some point of action, it's going to help you better than just sitting and doing nothing. So I thought that that was good because this morning I was a little overwhelmed, and I told myself I could not take a nap when my son laid down until I reached out to 10 people. And I did that, and I took a nap, and I actually slept better because I wasn't waking up like, oh, I need to do so many things now, and I didn't get anything done. So I had something done, and I got a nap in, and I was like, wow, why have I not been doing that before? Like, why have I not just been setting a goal and taking action? So I wanted to leave that with you guys tonight, that just share that with your teammates. I know all of you guys that are on right now have people under you, and you have teammates. So share with them. If they're expressing overwhelm with you, just say, take one point of action. You can't do everything today. You're not going to, get to executive tomorrow. So take one point of action today. And when you're done with that point of action, think of something else. Just continue to always be moving forward if that's what you want, and that you're going to get somewhere by doing that, instead of just saying there's too many things and I'm just too overwhelmed right now, I'm not going to do anything. So any questions that you guys have or want to add? Renee, Cassie, you want to add anything, or questions you guys are wondering about?
I feel like recruiting can be really intimidating. I mean, when I signed up, that was not something that I had wanted to do at all. Like, that was like my last resort. And I got lucky, and someone actually reached out to me, and that was Sam, and she's incredible. So that was really helpful for me. But it was also like, I had no idea what I was doing, because I mean, I didn't even like look into recruiting. So I'm like, I don't freaking know. I relied on Caitlin a lot for that, which is great because she's amazing. But I mean, it doesn't have to be difficult. Like, you don't have to overwhelm yourself, and make sure that you're, on top of them every other second, and making sure that you know exactly what they're doing or what their goals are. I mean, they are able to find their own resources too. So just helping them out a little bit along the way is enough. I felt like I was probably a little overwhelming because I had no idea what I was doing. But I mean, once it comes, it comes easily.
And it really is like practice. I mean, practice doesn't make it perfect, because you always are learning new ways in the business of how to be better. But there is I do feel way more comfortable than I ever did in the beginning trying to talk to somebody, because I felt like I had to tell them everything, like I have to tell you the entire business right now or you won't know. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing, is simple is better. So if anyone is trying to reach out to someone, the simpler you make it, the better it's going to be, because you can teach them later. You can't teach them your brain right now. All that you have learned over the past 6 months or the past month, you can't just transfer to their brain. I wish I could, but you just can't. So the simpler, the better for them. So I would say, if you have a 3-paragraph text out, cut that in a third. And then that's the text you want to send, or that's the message you want to send to that person. So if I have any advice from what I've learned, don't send out, you know, a 10 paragraph thing of why Zaya is the best thing you've ever heard of, even though you believe it. So, yeah, that's kind of what I've learned because I've done it the wrong way multiple times, and you kind of don't get a good response. They kind of get a little overwhelmed and like, oh, okay, I'll think about it, or they just don't say anything at all. So, but yeah, good point, Cassie. Anything else, guys? Any wins that you guys want to share? I'm gonna unrecord this because yes.